接下来我们有请双方选手出场，首先是我们舞台左侧的蒙古队，有请。这是蒙古队伍呢现在的半场进行。How long can you go? Talk a lot of game, but yet you don't know. Static on the way, make us all say, whoa. The people up top, push the people down low. Get down and obey every word. Steady getting mine if you haven't yet heard. Wanna take what I got, don't be absurd. No, fight the power, nobody gets hurt. If you haven't heard it, then I'm letting you know there ain't shit. We don't run when the guns unload. And no one make a move, cause my people say so. Got everything out of control, now everybody go.我觉得我真的有点惨，我满以为我过来这里点这一场，比如说中国队，我们怎么碾压一下这种比赛，结果我一过来，发现好像跟我长得完全不一样，所以说老鼠跑掉了。哦，不会打不怕吧？不会。开玩笑，我只知道，但是为什么演绎？大概小特写要注意一下，大概1400分左右，1400分是反正。To save face, how low can you go? Talk a lot of game, but yet you don't know. Static on the way, make us all say, whoa. The people up top, push the people down low. Get down and obey every word.
，WCG 世界总决赛服火爆开启，12月1日13点登录 LD.NewTV.cn， 先到50级 WCG 世界总决赛选手战袍双手奉上，冲破60级 WCG 专属座椅限量送出，奖品丰富，静待归属，一切尽在 L.NewTV.cn。
All right, guys, welcome back to the WCG Grand Finals 2012. I am Doa. With me is Rambo once again for some Dota All-Stars. And this time we have Almighty from Mongolia going up against QAQ from Uzbekistan. So Mongolia versus Uzbekistan and Dota All-Stars here. How you doing, Rambo?
I'm doing great.
Great. So here we are yet again, the vulnerable buildings, the vulnerable building village, the Dota Olympic Village.
Yes.
Seeing what our bands are going to be. And what is that tiny icon? Can you
tell? That is the Darkseer.
Darkseer.
He's actually one of my favorite heroes.
Well, you're not going to see him this game. Sorry.
It's unfortunate.
3 bands for each side, then we're going to see the first couple picks. And that looks like a tiny owl skull, maybe. I'm trying to like squint and see what the icon is. Any ideas?
No, I left my magnifier glass at home.
Never mind then. So, Almighty is not the Mongolian team that we've seen earlier. Avengers was the earlier team that we saw. So more than one team from Mongolia, actually. So apparently Dota is pretty big in Mongolia.
Yeah.
Did not realize that.
Avengers, a strong showing last match, defeating the Korean team. We'll see if they're partners here, fellow countrymen, can defeat the Uzbekistanians.
Now, we were talking just a little bit ago, and this is going to be one of the, if not the last, one of the last major Dota All-Stars events ever. So it's going to be big. It's going to be interesting to see who comes out on top. It's going to be interesting to see who is able to transition into Dota 2 if they choose to do that, or go to a different game possibly, or just quit pro gaming altogether. But it's definitely a turning point. WCG, one of the very last Dota All-Stars tournaments.
Yeah, WCG known for kind of being loyal to the classic games. Even though it's kind of an older game, it's still a classic. It's still very popular here in Asia. And, it kind of just started the whole trend of all those, like League of Legends, Heroes of New Earth, all the in Dota 2 that we have now. So,
yeah.
So
Smite.
Yeah.
Have you ever played Smite?
The first-person style, yeah.
It's pretty fun, actually. I like it.
It is. It's very interesting.
It's very different, but it's very fun.
Mm-hmm.
Need to have a very good spectator client to be able to ever view that, though, like as a fan. So that's the difficulty there. But it's fun. This, though, is Dota All-Stars. We've got our first 3 bands for QAQ already. Almighty has banned. I see the Morphling in there.
Yeah, Morphling. He's been picked the last 2 matches that we spectated here. We won't see him here. I do see a Naga Siren being banned. And we do have a first pick there by the Uzbekistanians. I want to say that's the Lycanthrope. It's either the Lycanthrope or the Pit Lord. I can't see that. But we'll have to see when we have a full view of all the heroes showing up when the game goes live.
Find out. Kind of looks like a little red sea star.
We see, if you see the player screens on the Uzbekistanian side, you see them huddled over there to kind of discussing what's going on in real time, because you only have, I believe, 50 seconds to pick something.
That's right.
And the Almighty team there, they're just looking down the lane, confirming each other, what kind of matchups they like. And we do see Earthshaker and the Rasta there by the Mongolian team. Solid picks. They've got 2 stuns there.
The Rasta?
Some disables. Yeah, the Rastafarian.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I thought you were joking. I was like, there's actually a Rastafarian. All right. Interesting. And so 2 more picks. We've got purple Jay Leno face, from what I can tell in the tiny box. He's got a big chin.
Yeah.
And on the right, looks like we have Ghost Horse again.
Ghost Horse, yeah.
Yeah, he's like the Ghost Centaur guy. Ghost Mantar. Do you know the name of the ghost horse?
Ghost horse? No, we'll have to see.
It's like the ghostly centaur type character.
Ghostly centaur.
Yeah.
Oh, Leshrac.
Leshrac?
Yeah, Leshrac.
Oh, okay. I see. I'm thinking of the Dota 2 Leshrac, and I don't think he's a centaur in that one.
He's on a horse, or she's on a horse. I think it's a female.
Oh, on a horse. Maybe they're not part horse, they're just on a horse.
Yeah, I think she has legs of her own.
All right.
So technically not a centaur.
Ghost horse whisperer. Leshrac, the ghostly horse rider lady.
And then we have, I believe that's a lone druid. Interesting pick there, but you can level up that summon bear, get him to level 4. He's got that bash ability. You can give him bloodlust.
Huh.
Most likely going to be the neutral creep farmer. It's going to be in the forest most of the time, is my assumption.
All right.
Farming up the creeps.
Makes sense. Do we need to have the forester? Is it called the jungler in Dota as well? Or is
yes, that's right.
It is called the jungler. Okay, I didn't know if that was just a League of Legends term or if that stretched across multiple MOBAs. Learning about Dota this weekend. I feel much more comfortable casting Warcraft 3 than Dota, just because I can pull a lot of Warcraft 2 stuff from it and try to compare the two. But Dota is a completely foreign entity to me.
Yeah, there's lots and lots of heroes. Over 60 heroes easily, each having 3 to 4 skills each.
Yep.
It's a very deep game.
But that's really what kind of is the most fun, I think, about MOBAs, is that you have that huge depth of matchup, and so you have just an infinite variety almost in games you see. I mean, there are the more commonly picked heroes, of course, for professional matches, but still, it's really cool.
Yeah, definitely. It's and all the heroes are balanced. They all have their specific roles. They can all be impactful, depending on what kind of matchups you have. So it's such a balanced game.
Waiting for those last 2 picks now. From each team, it is QAQ's turn to pick. And they go with, it's like kind of an angry turtle face if you squint really
Yeah, I think
closely.
it's actually a reptilian species. I forget the name. I think it might be Timekeeper. It could be Slardar.
We'll call him Lizardo.
All right.
Because it can't be just a lizard. It has to be some sort of name that's based around what they are. So, Lizardo.
Lizardo it is.
Sure. Although this is the English client, so maybe... Oh, no, they still don't show the hero names when you click on them, though, even in English.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah. So we're out of luck. Oh, well. It's unfortunate. And we're waiting for that next pick from Almighty, our Mongolian team here today. Mongolia seeming to represent themselves fairly well in this tournament. I haven't seen a lot of the other results just yet, but they've seemed like a pretty solid nation as far as their Dota teams goes.
And that's interesting. I wasn't aware that 2 teams from one country can represent inside WCG. They could be last maybe perhaps a last minute fill-in for a team that couldn't make it, or
maybe. Or
they're just
maybe
that good.
I haven't looked at the brackets, so are there maybe other countries that have 2 teams in them as well? It's possible. But I don't know. So, another pick for QAQ. It's their turn again. Yeah, we've got such a small screen, guys, as far as this goes. It's like nearly impossible to make out the icons. That's why I'm like trying to guess. You know, I'm just like, what does that look like? I lean in towards the monitor, and I'm like, all right. That last pickup for Almighty kind of looks like a little blue duck with his arms sticking out to the right side. Like a little blue duck.
Yeah, that's true. We'll have to see.
Oh, well. Blue duck, very powerful hero. What will QAQ do to respond? Their last pick is...
That one is the Beastmaster. I can't make that one out.
Okay. Beastmaster throwing those shurikens left and right.
Yes.
I'm learning. He doesn't really seem to master beasts. He more just like calls them, you know? It's more like Beast Caller or Beast Master. It's like he's already friends with them, you know? It's not really their master.
Now this last pick is crucial. Here, Mongolian team, they've got the last pick. They can find the perfect answer. And so far, I like the compilation of the Almighty team. They've got Earthshaker and Rasta with some solid stuns and some crowd control ability there.
So what would be a good counter pick to Beastmaster?
Well, right now we have an intelligence, a strength, and an agility. And I can't make out that forward with them by Almighty. So I think what they need right now is some kind of ranged AoE with maybe a direct damage. Maybe, yeah, they need some AoE here. They need a ranged AoE character for maybe some lane control, some crowd control, push the creeps back.
Yeah, if you don't have lane clear, it's going to be very, very difficult to protect your towers. It would give QAQ the ability to be very aggressive pretty much all game long. You don't want that. Especially for your jungler. That takes away a lot of what they can do because they're constantly having to babysit lanes instead of get the farm that they need to do.
Okay, for the fifth pick, it is Tiny.
Interesting. Okay. All right, so there we go. Game on. Almighty versus QAQ, Mongolia versus Uzbekistan. And that is the reptile guy. And we see Beastmaster running across the screen there.
Leshrac and Slardar up top. Lycanthrope. Interesting pick there. He's a super late game hero, so they're going to hopefully bank on it going to late game, and then Lycanthrope, and if he can get a Black King bar, which allows him to have, I believe, like 8 to 10 seconds of spell invulnerability.
Wow.
You can stack that with his ultimate, and he turns into a wolf. Turns into a beast. It can do massive damage, so
interesting.
We'll see how well he can farm up and get that item.
And who is that troll?
That's the Rasta.
Oh, that's the Rasta.
Yeah.
Oh, why am I not surprised it's a troll? Because in the Blizzard games, all the trolls speak with like Rastafarian accents, kind of. Okay, so the bear is out for the Beastmaster. See, it is like a centaur guy. It's like a ghost centaur.
Yeah, he's maybe half centaur, half lizardo.
That's right. Lizardo Centaur. Which sounds like a magician's stage act name in Vegas or something. Playing tonight at the Cosmo. I don't know, it's the only hotel I know in Vegas now. Lizardo Centaur. Or Lizardo Ghost Centaur. Alright, here we go. The laning phase has begun. Earthshaker and that guy. Tiny will be not in the middle lane. He's going to be on the... we'll find him eventually, don't worry. And that would be...
the Lone Druid on the bottom right. And then Drow's sister there on the east side of the map. Oh, got an early engagement here.
Oh, wow. Fissure going down. He's going after the Ghost Centaur.
Oof. Leshrac taking lots of damage.
And Tiny is there as well, so... Looks like... Oh, we have Earthshaker hiding in the bushes. Looking for an opportunity. Close enough to get experience, but still... They're trying to zone out his opponent. And so, a pretty passive opening here. Not a whole lot of action besides that tiny engagement in the top lane. Turret already taking damage. Wow. So Almighty deciding to just run right up there and just try to push early on. Level 2 for Naga Warrior guy. And there's one of the river buffs. We'll have to see who picks that up.
I believe the purple one is the invisibility.
Okay. And who is that picking up?
That is the Lycanthrope.
Lycanthrope. Oh, okay. Doesn't look like a werewolf. Well, it kind of does now, I guess.
We'll see him later on. He turns into a beast wolf.
Good. I don't want to be disappointed by this. It's going to take on all the wolves.
The cannibal.
That's right. It's very awkward now that you mention it. He's like, well, if I'm a human at the time, then it's not wrong, right?
Right.
He goes to sleep at night, justifying it to himself. Lycanthrope has a hard life. Power shot level 2 being taken. Tiny is indeed tiny right now. Lycanthrope still doing some farming in the jungle. And the Rasta looks like doing a little bit of jungling for his team. And that is about it right now. Oh. Whoa, look at that. Fissure going down, trying to block. And they don't quite get the damage done that they need to, but it's helping a little bit. They're able to kind of lane bully, so to speak. So what do you think? What are each of these teams trying to do at this point?
Well, they're just trying to farm as much as possible without taking any type of damage and trying to endure, stay in the lane, get experience, and try to deny your opponent from getting any creep kills, and also finishing off lower mini creeps that come in your lane, so they don't get the experience for that. I believe they only get half when you deny them.
The range of Beastmaster's Shuriken seems really, really long.
It is, yeah. It's got to be probably 6-7 unit paces long.
And that makes him, I would assume, a very safe champion to play a lot of times because you can just try to last hit or deny with those instead of running up there and getting the attack.
I believe they can also take down trees, so you can create pathways, cut off, make shortcuts, cut off units.
It seems really strong. Another buff has spawned. It looks like this time it will be. Well, we'll see what it is.
So I believe that the purple one, or that one, the blue one is a double damage.
Ah, okay.
So they're kind of just waiting, trying to use it. Oh, you saw Rasta trying to pick it up and denied him from getting it.
Oh, he misses with the AoE.
That would have been a huge stun. He should actually stun first and then went for the attack.
Yeah, absolutely. Basic MOBA and RTS knowledge right there. And so Earthstriker and his friend moving into top lane here. Oh, Lone Druid down the bottom lane. And getting that bear early really, really seems to be helping him push those creeps hardcore. And now he's going to be able to roam a little. And there's our first blood. QAQ taking a loss there. And a kill for Almighty. And there's the save game.
This is going to be a tough game for Leshrac. She needs to be able to farm, but she's so squishy. So she needs to just really be careful here, otherwise she's going to start feeding the other team.
And yeah, you don't want that, because that's just going to make the lane snowball even more. That's going to be about it. And Avalanche level 2 being taken. I'm assuming Earthshaker is the one taking the spell Avalanche. That would seem to make sense.
It'd be Tiny, actually.
Oh, man.
It's Tiny.
I was so close. Well, no, I wasn't, but I tried. The thought was there. And here comes Leshrac.
Oh, and the Fissure snipe on Rasta.
Oh, wow. Beastmaster getting very, very low as well. And it looks like Almighty did lose another member. So it is one, or their first member, rather. It is 1-1. QAQ, Jim Carrey, apparently getting the kill there. Interesting name. All right. So right now, still just some farming going on. No real action yet in this game. Hopefully there will be soon. Just a little bit of ganking here and there.
That was a big kill there because Rasta was the soloer. So taking her out, taking him out, it's going to obviously hinder her leveling ability and gain some experience for killing her.
Well, it also makes it a situation too where the other team can just push their lanes really hard too because they don't have to worry as much about ganks.
Yeah. Oh, and it does look like Lone Druid here is going to finish off Lycanthrope.
Yep. There's the final kill.
And unfortunate for him, he got rooted by that bear immediately on first hit.
Yeah. Definitely. Fissure goes down, but it doesn't really get kill. It looks like.
A lot of action going up top here. Constant battling for the lane.
Yeah.
Trying to get map control.
3-1 right now for Almighty, so starting to get a little bit of a lead there. They do have 3 heroes in the top lane. Another bear immediately spawned by Lone Druid.
Oh, and
that tower's getting so low. Oh, look at that.
Nice.
Yeah. They did get it. So the first tower does go to Almighty.
Yeah, unfortunately for them, though, it got denied, so they didn't get any money for it.
Oh, okay.
So that's a good play there by QAQ.
Yeah, if you're going to lose it, you might as well make sure it doesn't count for anything for your opponent, definitely. Let's see, so we do have level 5 being reached by some of the members anyway in the game. Level 8 already for Beastmaster. Wow. How has he been able to... It's just that solo lane, right? He's just able to get the experience because he just doesn't have anyone that he needs to share it with?
Yep, and he was involved there in one of those ganks. He killed Lycanthrope by himself, so he got all the experience for himself. And
he's probably got a decent amount of money as well.
Yeah, he was farming that neutral creep there on the bottom side.
Interesting. And looks like Beastmaster does have his Eagle Threat now. And he also does have Illusion as well. Golem's being taken out. And, you know, overall, I mean, despite what we've seen a little bit, I still feel like this is probably the most passive game I've watched yet this weekend.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with that. Because they have so many jungling-based heroes. So a lot of times in this game, you'll just see them farming. You don't see any crowd control or aggressive early game type of heroes. Are gonna just try to farm up, get better items than the other team, and eventually make a strong push at the end.
Yeah, Tiny getting bigger. He hit level 6, so there's his first level of growth. And so he'll continue to grow as well as long as he eats healthy and gets a good amount of sleep. We'll see. Lone Druid has become a bear himself now. He's wanting to just be friends with his bear. And there is... That doesn't look like a girl to me, man.
It's not a girl?
No, look. It's like a dude man centaur.
Oh, yeah. He's got a beard.
Yeah. It's not a she, it's a he. It's Ghost Centaur guy. So it's probably not Leshrac then, huh?
No, that is Leshrac.
Oh.
I just thought it was a female for some reason.
Huh. Nope. Here comes the non-female centaur guy. And they do get the kill on Tiny. Tiny has no chance, but look at this, a tower going down in that bottom lane. And it doesn't look like there's really anybody there to stop it for the other team. Yeah, Almighty gets a tower for free. Very nice. And that'll help a little bit with the gold totals. Now, when you kill a tower in Dota, does it give gold to everybody?
Yes, I believe your whole team gets 200 gold, and then the killer of the tower gets 500.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Not bad.
And each creep kill you get is more or less 30 to 50 gold. Those little creeps.
Yeah. So gold does add up very quickly in this game. Look at this tier 2 already being pushed here by Almighty. In the meantime, we've got QAQ pushing this tier 2 turret for their side, top lane. So this is kind of weird. We have almost like a little bit of a base trade going on. To a certain extent, players just willing to trade turrets. Is this typical?
It is early on in the game when sometimes you don't have a teleport back home. So it's too far to travel, so you might as well push knowing your opponent's on the other side of the map. They can't get to you.
Can at least keep things even in that point, too, at that point. Interesting. And so here comes a bit of a concerted push in mid lane, and they will go ahead and get that first Tier 1 tower.
Oh, Ross is going to get trapped there.
Oh, there's a fissure through the bush. Yeah, Ross in some big trouble here. It's 4-3 now, and here we have got a little bit of a fight. Beastmaster getting on the outside, needs to make a run for it. The lone druid just a little bit too strong with that bear pet. Still fighting going on, though. Tiny getting a little bit low, getting chased down by those neutral creeps. Chased by the wolves.
In QAQ, it looks like they're trying to push together whenever they can. They have some strong heroes. Lycanthrope's Wolves, Leshrax's AoE Earthquake Majiggy he has. So if Almighty's not careful and they're too far away from their base, QAQ can instantly push into the base. Use massive damage.
Sorry about that. I just totally knocked your phone out of your hands.
Oh, that's why I got a case for it.
Did it work?
Fine.
All right,
oh, yeah,
good.
it'll be fine.
That's good. Meanwhile, back in the game, so is it really that much of a danger so early in the game that there will be pushes into the enemy base? Does that happen that early in Dota?
Yeah, it does. If you can get some multi-ganks and take out multiple heroes, yeah, some of these characters have massive building, destroying abilities.
Huh.
So if you're not careful, yeah, it's oftentimes you will see barracks is even taken out this early into the game.
Wow. Interesting. And do you know if that's kind of translated to Dota 2? I feel like the Dota 2 games I've watched too, you haven't seen people in the bases quite as quick.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
I don't know.
Again, I mean,
I don't really know anything more about Dota
2. The hero compilation. But yeah, Leshrac, his spell is devastating on buildings.
And creepy eyeball wards there. Looks like the Neversoft logo. You remember that? Do you ever play Tony Hawk Pro Skater?
Oh, on PlayStation?
The Neversoft logo was like the eyeball that was like impaled by the nail.
No, that was on the PlayStation, right?
Yeah.
I was a Nintendo man.
It was on other consoles too. Like it was on N64.
Okay.
As well, but it was best on PlayStation. I had an emulator though. I just put the PlayStation disc in my PC. Played it that way. Because I was a rebel.
PC for life.
That's right. I've always been more of a PC guy, but I have owned Super Nintendos and Nintendos in the past. Never had a PlayStation, actually. Just a few PlayStation games. Tiny on the run. But where to? And there's a fissure going through, clearing out some creeps. Doesn't really do a whole lot otherwise. Earthshaker just kind of hanging out. But that bottom lane has just been pushed pretty far ahead right now, and it looks like we will be going nighttime fairly soon, I believe, in the game. Or maybe not.
I think it's midday now.
Midday. Okay, never mind. It's noon. The sun is up. It's time for a picnic.
It's lunchtime.
The bird. The vision bird.
Yeah, and the bird actually has a cloak ability. That's an attack. So
okay.
It's really good scouter.
Interesting.
The Shrax almost just got to level 6.
Okay. And is that kind of late for level 6?
Yeah,
it
absolutely.
looks like it is. Oh man, yeah, we saw level 8 and level 10 just now on the screen.
Yeah.
So definitely a little bit down.
Yeah, we see Lone Druid able to farm up that Sacred Relic. That's huge, I believe. Probably going to transition that into a Radiance. And you can put that on the bear. And since if the bear dies, you can resummon another one.
Okay.
And so you send the bear ahead, and it just does this AoE damage every second. I believe it's like 40 damage or so.
Interesting.
You just send the bear, and it can scout, and it does damage. And you can blink it back, so you can deny the opponents from killing it.
Now QAQ just got Roshan, I believe.
Oh wow, yeah, that's huge.
Yeah, they did. They managed to steal that.
That's probably because of Slardar's ultimate. He has an ultimate where it decreases the armor.
I see.
Of the whatever you place it on.
Well, that's going to help a lot too. I mean, that's going to help him in the gold department, and it's going to give him a little bit of an XP boost as well.
Yeah.
And they're going to need it. They are down in towers right now. Only down 1 kill, but Almighty just seems to have the map control. Oh. And so it looks like a bigger push mid lane from QAQ. They're going to try to take out this tower, from what I can tell. Ping's going down in the enemy base. What's going to happen here, guys? Almighty a little bit spread out right now. Oh, no. The QAQ does pull back. All right.
We see a mechanism there for that character. It has that AoE heal and provides a bonus buff.
All right. Shriek and Lightning Blast from the Rastafarian. Rastaman. His eyes are on fire. That's not healthy. It's going to give him red eyes like you wouldn't believe, man.
He's Jamaican, you know. He's
Rastafarian.
Yeah.
I'm guessing there's probably some Jamaicans that are not Rastafarians. Oh, man, but look at this. Trying to escape through the jungle. He's trying to get out of there. Will he be able to do it?
Oh.
No, he can't. He can't escape. There's the kill. And 2 kills, actually. Oh, man. So now we're at 5-4, a 1-for-1 trade at the moment, but the fight's still happening. A great time for a save. And relaxation time. There we are, back in the game. And so now it looks like a decent push here from QAQ. They're going to try to take advantage of the fact that their opponents are a little bit out of position, that they lost an important member of their party. But will they be able to make it count?
We do see Lycanthrope farmed up fairly well. He's got the cloak there. I believe that's gives him life leech. And
okay.
also has a necromancer book where you can cast 2 little minions of yours, and mana drains them and gives you speed bonus.
Huh.
So later on in the game, when we see him ult into the wolf, he's going to be able to do massive damage in battles and chase down anyone.
Ah, I see.
Yeah, we could see that nice gank there. Slaughter with the blink.
Yep. Trying to get away. Will he be able to do it? No, he's stunned. That is going to be it. 2 kills, though. It was, again, a 1-for-1 trade.
Yeah, this is really good here. The QAQ team, they're pretty pushed far here in middle and top lane's pushing.
Yeah.
So they might be able to do a little bit of damage on this second tower here.
Well, we'll see. They're going to go ahead and chase the bear right now. Lone Druid trying to defend his tower.
Yeah, we do see the sparkling animation there. That is the Radiance.
Yep. Doing some damage, doing some AoE damage from that bear. And the tower taking some hits. Oh, wow. The stun didn't really hit anyone with Fissure. It just hit the boar. Boar gets healed. More damage to that tower. The tower getting fairly low, but it looks like Almighty may barely be able to save it, maybe.
Oh, sloppy death.
Ah, yeah.
Slardar does have blink, so probably will be able to get away.
And there's a Fissure. It does get a stun on Beastmaster, but he's going to go right back after the tower. The tower getting very, very low, and it will go down. So QAQ's push is successful, and they are up 7-5 in kills right now, too. So yeah, definitely bring him back.
And meanwhile, on the left side there, they actually took out a barracks right there.
Whoa.
Lycanthrope all by himself.
Wow. The split push is so good from QAQ right now.
Absolutely, with the ninja push there.
Yeah. Amazing. Tiny must have hit level 12. He did just get Grill level 2, so. Is it 6, 12, and...
Yes, every 6.
Yeah.
6, 12, 18, 24.
All right.
And that bear with that bloodlust speed probably will be able to chase down that Beastmaster.
Well, he's got maybe 1 or 2 hits remaining. 1 hit remaining now, and there's the kill. Jim Carrey is dead. No more mask sequels for him. He's smoking. So it is 9-8 suddenly in favor of Almighty. So they lost a barracks, they lost a turret up front, but they did manage to get the kill lead back. It's still so early in the game, like people will respond quick enough that QAQ doesn't really have a lot to worry about, though, I suppose.
I think QAQ's up ahead now, even though you see some strong items here by Almighty. QAQ also has some good ones.
They've been able to take the objectives, too, so that's going to give them a lot of global gold that Almighty doesn't quite have access to.
Yeah, that's a good point. More towers down equals more team money.
Yeah.
Also, they took out that barracks on the left side.
Yeah.
So there's going to be constant pressure with the creep there.
Yep. There's someone roaring behind us apparently in real life.
Some aggressive yawning.
I guess so. And another kill. Gets the lead to 2 kills now for Almighty. Tiny running very quickly in a humorous manner. And they're going to go ahead and go after this Tier 1 mid-turret. It looks like they might be able to get it. There's a fissure, though. Oh, the bear. Stunned like crazy. And he's going to try to get away.
Oh,
There's a
nice
kill.
toss.
Wow. A toss. And suddenly, QAQ on the receiving end of a push. Wow. A double kill.
And the tower down.
Yeah. It's a very back and forth game.
Yeah, absolutely. This is a really close game here. QAQ, they've got that barracks lead, so they've got to take advantage of that. They can't get in sloppy situations like they did right there.
Will they be able to do it, though? Because this looks almost like a base trade now.
Yeah, possibly could be that 2 of the QAQ members are dead, so that Tier 2 tower will go down.
Yeah. And will QAQ continue to be able to do damage to the main? Oh, look at this. Here comes Lycanthrope down in the bottom lane again. If he can go in and push from that angle, too, that's just going to be so much pressure on Almighty.
Yeah, and it does look like some kind of base trade here. We have 2 members from QAQ at the top and 1 at the bottom. Lycanthrope trying to backdoor that bottom tower while the Almighty team pushes middle.
I would guess that they're just not going to let that happen. I don't know. I mean, Almighty is up in kills, but QAQ is in their base right now. There's pings going down on both main buildings, actually. Both Ancients getting pinged. So what are we going to see here? What are the decisions going to be for the team?
And I think later the game goes on, I think Almighty will have the advantage. They've got more AoE abilities, more stuns.
Well, I mean, the other thing, too, is that they've certainly evened up the gold. They might still be a little bit behind gold-wise, I feel, behind QAQ, but they've done a good job evening things up with all the kills that they've gotten.
Yeah.
We'll see, though. We'll see if it's actually going to end up making a difference. It could be, I mean, there are games where the kills are lopsidedly in one team's favor, but they're just never able to translate that into a lead, because kills aren't everything.
Yeah, we see Lone Druid here getting super buff. He's got the Radiance, got some really good items. Earthshaker finally getting his Blink Dagger, which is huge because his ultimate, as the more units that are closer to him, the more AoE damage his ultimate does. So you're going to look for him to blink into a crowded opposing team and use that ultimate.
Interesting. QAQ a bit spread out over the map right now, making sure that they're continuing to farm all the creeps in the jungle. And it looks like at this point, still it's tough to tell from the mini-map because of the colors, but it looks like the creeps are kind of pushing a little bit in the bottom lane in Almighty's favor, but the middle and top are still looking good for QAQ.
Yeah, Almighty's constantly going to have to push back that west lane due to that barracks being down. So they're going to be really careful. When they do push, they need to push that top lane back, and then they can push the other lanes. If not, those creeps are going to get into their main base and take out and do some more damage.
I see. Lycanthrope taking some dragon damage there. He did manage to kill one of the little dragons. And, oh man, Lycanthrope just getting jumped on. And, wow, he actually got away. Oh, no, never mind, he didn't. He's dead. Another tower, though, going down. And that's going to continue to push that bot lane, too. Wow. So it seems like no matter how many kills Almighty is able to get, QAQ is just like there doing objective damage every time.
Yeah, that's the proper reply to that. If you can't outfight them, outkill them, try to take out buildings faster.
Makes sense. And they're going after the base again. there's just not a whole lot. It's funny. It seems like there's not a whole lot Almighty can do to prevent this. It just keeps happening, and there's going to be another Roshan kill for QAQ. They're going after him almost completely unopposed. I don't think, well, is there anyone there from Almighty?
There is the bear,
Yeah.
able to scout it, but unfortunately their units are just too spread apart.
Yeah, the bear doesn't do a whole lot. And that's the second one now for QAQ.
Mm-hmm. So apparently he does respawn, and I believe, yeah, disrupted cheese, I think, like you mentioned earlier.
Yep.
We were wondering if he responds, and I'm pretty sure he drops the cheese.
Yep, a little bit of a health boost for whoever picks it up. They can use that when they're getting a little bit low, I believe. Look out, Furbolgs.
You see Beastmaster, he's the Boots of Travel on the top right item. He's able to teleport to any friendly unit or tower instantly, or a couple of second cast time. But that's really good for pushing, so when Almighty maybe decides to push, he can teleport to wherever his creeps are pushing and then try to take out the buildings.
I see. So how accessible is a spell like teleport in Dota?
I'm sorry?
How accessible is that spell? Like, can everyone be teleporting?
That, it's a fairly expensive item. Last time I remember, I believe it's like, you got to get the boots of speed and then the recipe, which is like 2,200 gold. Or you can buy the teleport scroll, which is cheaper, but that only allows you to teleport to friendly unit buildings.
Well, that makes sense. If you could teleport to enemy stuff, it'd be a little bit overpowered. Sometimes you just jump on someone that's not expecting it.
Yeah. Well, there is a hero called the Furion. He has an ability that lets you teleport anywhere on the map that has been discovered.
Wow.
Yeah.
Impressive. That bear is getting gigantic, too, by the way. So it seems like, if QAQ can't maintain this pace, Almighty's going to come back.
I think so.
I think that's actually what's about to happen here, because Almighty's managed to stay alive. We mentioned earlier that they seem to have a little bit stronger team comp.
Yep.
Here's a fight, though. The bear trying to get away. Lone Druid getting a little bit low at about half health. And there's the jump. And look at that. 2 kills. And that goes again in favor of Almighty. And it looks like QAQ, man, they might be running out of steam here.
Yeah, Almighty here. They're running away with the kill count here.
Yeah.
I think they're just too farmed up now. QAQ had that window of opportunity after they took out the top racks. They should have timing pushed that top lane and maybe the bottom lane at the same time.
Well, it seems like this was kind of an all-in strategy, if you will, for QAQ. They had a certain timing they wanted to hit. They hit it. They did a decent amount of damage, but then they just weren't able to close seal the deal.
Yeah.
They weren't able to get enough kills during that time to give them an advantage if it didn't work, and they weren't able to actually end the game. So now Almighty is coming back just by playing more kind of safe and standard, and they're going to have that stronger late-game army.
Yeah, now that they're super buff, pushing that top lane back will be no problem at all.
Yep.
And QAQ, they're still not out of it, even though their 8 kills down. They still have decent items. They can catch Almighty slipping, gank 1 or 2 off guard, and then, it's anyone's game from there on after when the heroes are dead for up to a minute at a time.
Yeah, and that can be pretty devastating. Even losing one champion, especially if you lose like your carry or something, then you just can't team fight. You just can't hope to win a team fight situation. Everybody's heard about the bird. Bird, bird, bird. The bird is the word. Lone Druid's bird is the word. Beastmaster's bird, actually, not Lone Druid's bird.
No.
What
is that from again?
It's an old song from the 1950s or 60s or something. I don't know, man. Saw it on the internet. Tiny looks like he doesn't know what to do with his hands when he's walking around, He's like trying to walk naturally, but he's kind of self-conscious and nervous, so he just kind of holds his hands like stiff at his sides. He's like, I don't know what to do. It just makes you look worse, Tiny. I'm sorry. See? Now you're just standing there being stunned. Had to jump away. There's the fissure. And a mass stun there. Almighty. Evil is taken out. 17-10 right now. So finally a kill coming back for QAQ. They're up to 11 kills here. They're winning this fight, it seems like. Yeah, QAQ coming out pretty well in that team fight for now. Ooh, but that may have just changed. Yeah, double kill for Almighty Dark and a double kill for Almighty 22.
Yeah, and you can see the frustration on QAQ's face there. You see them looking down at their teammates.
Yeah.
They won that fight. They got 2 or 3 kills, and then they allowed the other team to respond. They should have just fell back.
Yeah.
You know, they could have used that. And a couple of those engagements, they would have been tied up with the the kill count.
And now at this point in the game, that could potentially cost them a barracks, couldn't it?
It could, yeah. I mean, you see them heavily pushing here middle.
Yep.
QAQ, a lot of their members are dead right now, probably for at least 15 seconds. So they might be able to. They're going to damage this middle tower. I don't know if they're going to be able to take it.
Is there the option of a buyback in Dota 1?
There is. It's very pricey.
They have that potentially. Tower getting pretty low. A stun on the bear. The bear getting low.
Oh, and Slardar there.
Oh, man.
A little too aggressive.
Almighty with another kill, yeah. This is just a base defense that's not going to work. We talked about this earlier. QAQ missing their opportunity. And this may be the beginning of the end for our team from Uzbekistan.
Oh, nice Fisher there saving Tiny. Oh, and the lycanthrope goes down.
Yep. Man, the tanking that Lone Druid's been able to do in this situation has just been obscene.
Yeah. He does get a health bonus, and he can share the HP with his summon bear as well. So you see he's, almost 2,400 life, plus you can link damage and split it amongst your summon bear.
And results from Combat X versus Adele Scott. I don't know what that means, but I would put my money on Adele Scott in that one. Another Fissure goes down. It does stun Earthshaker and Lone Druid. The Shuriken comes in, doing some damage here. Oh, man. Ultimates everywhere, and it looks like they do take out a kill from Almighty. Almighty needs to fall back. Dark does go down.
Flutter once again getting too aggressive.
Yeah. Trading kills for kills is 23-12 right now. 24-12. So a 10-kill lead, 12-kill lead for Almighty, and they are not being pushed back here. Not at all. Oh, man, look at how fast those buildings are dying. That's not looking very good for QAQ.
And they're going to have to defend their base, Almighty. That there we go. Finally, someone teleporting back there to defend it.
Yep. Using that Radiance like you talked about to AoE the creeps down a little bit faster. And right now, Almighty looking pretty good. Pretty good overall. Losing that barracks early on was kind of a pain, but they seem to be recovering.
Yeah, they recovered well. They did a really good job farming, defending off those early attacks, and now they've got a massive lead. They're now evening out those Rax numbers.
Yep.
I think what Almighty should do now is just push that top lane all the way back, push those buffed up creep all the way to QAQ's base, and then ultimately take out that barracks.
Well, it put a lot of pressure on Almighty, and it would give QAQ the time to farm the jungle a little bit more, try to even out the gold amount, even out the items for both teams. But do you think that even if the gold evens up, that QAQ is still going to have some issue just because of composition?
I think so. Yeah, even if QAQ could free farm now for another 15 minutes, I think that those 23 kills gives you also bonus experience. Almighty has a level advantage as well.
That does make sense. And, yep, Lone Druid just trying to clear out all those creeps in the bottom lane. It's a good bank for him. He's just going to stand there and let his body do the work. Tiny's pretty big now. It's not tiny anymore.
No, and he's picked up a giant tree.
Yep. All right, and here we go. QAQ coming down. They're trying to push that bottom lane and the mid lane almost at the same time. Oh man. And that's another death for QAQ. The frustration really starting to mount now. Here's the fight in the main base. Who's going to come out on top? It's a big creep wave from QAQ, but can they make it happen? Can they do the damage? Tiny dashing in like the short distance sprinter that he is.
Oh, and the Shrek trying to teleport.
Not working. He gets knocked up and then the kill. Oh, he's not going to get out of there either. Or maybe he is. He is. Okay. The bear is a merciful bear. 26-12 right now, man. This is such a crazy back and forth game. I mean, QAQ is still able to push those lanes really, really fast, and now it's going to be a while before Almighty can push back.
Yeah, that's always on the back of Almighty's head. They know if they stray too far from their base, QAQ can push into their base and do a lot of building damage.
Got to be careful. And Snake Man doing some damage there, stunning the tree walkers. Just making up names as I go along here.
No, you're doing a great job.
No idea.
The ad-libbing is on point.
No idea. Oh, it looks like he finds Beastmaster. Beastmaster trying to get away. He is a duck in a shield, and now he's dead. Oh, now he's actually... What in the world just happened? I have no idea. Suddenly he's a Rastafarian.
Well, the Rastafarian had blinked in there, and Tiny was just so fat.
Oh, yeah.
He was just covering him up.
I see. Looks like I saw the Rastafarian come out of a dead Beastmaster.
Yeah, and then he resurrected as a enemy unit.
Yep, it was amazing. Amazing skills these guys have. Push coming down mid lane again. QAQ is there to try to respond, and they are pushing that top lane now, too. That's going to be something that Almighty is going to need to worry about. And yeah, they are going to turn around and come back and try to defend that. That part of their base is a little bit vulnerable. This game, man, I'm telling you, it's been insane. Look out. He's hiding in the bushes. Oh, Roshan checked. Will they go for a third one? Will QAQ take the third Roshan? And it looks like now Almighty wants to give it a try.
Oh, and this could be huge for QAQ. If they can catch this team off guard, get multiple kills, and steal the kill, that could put them right back into the game.
Well, they're going to try. They're getting in position. They're getting in position for the steal. Are they going to be able to do it? I think Almighty knows they're there. Oh, there's the stun. Do they get it? Roshan's so low. And I'm not sure who picked that up. Is there any way to tell? A huge fight in the middle. Wow, two players from Almighty going down very, very quickly.
Oh, and Almighty just too strong.
Yeah.
It was a trap. They wanted QAQ to come and fight them.
Well, it worked. It did work, and now Almighty coming up with a big counter push in mid lane. Look at the look on QAQ's face. They know they may have just given up the game right now. They think that may be it. They do have minions. They do have monsters, creeps in the base of Almighty, but it may not matter. They're going to go after the towers immediately, and look at how fast those towers are dying. They're going to try to keep them alive for now, but no.
Oh, those big heavy hits by Tiny.
Yeah. And yeah, it looks like they just can't win this team fight.
Slardar getting picked off once again.
Yep.
Being overly aggressive.
Overly aggressive Slardar. It sounds like a meme or something. Lone Druid chasing down the track. There's the blink by Earthshaker. And Beastmaster getting very low. Tiny chasing as fast as he can. Beastmaster having to go on the run. And there's the slow stun and the stomp from Tiny. Evil is wicked sick, dude.
Yeah.
Wicked sick. And Beastmaster not going to make it out of this one again. A monster kill for 22 there, it looks like. XXII. Monster kill. And so right now Almighty just kind of having a great time in the base of QAQ. That is going to be about it. This could be the end of the tournament for QAQ. they're certainly looking like it. Heads in their hands and happiness on the side of Almighty. Looks like they're going to go ahead and just finish off the buildings. Yeah. One player for Almighty does go down, but that is going to about be it. And, oh, we don't want a blue screen of death here.
No, not right now.
Yeah.
We should be seeing a save game actually coming up. We haven't seen one for a while.
Yeah. Now, Tiny's sitting on 5,000 gold right now. And look at that, just easily handling.
Oh, look at the reach on that tree.
Wow.
Huh.
Monster kill again for him. He is basically unstoppable at this point. And it's 34-14, 20 kill lead. A pause request from Almighty. One of their keyboards has malfunctioned. And it's kind of an awkward time to pause. I mean, honestly, he could have probably just walked away from his keyboard.
Yeah.
And been fine, but QAQ gonna need to soak in the realization of what's about to happen to them a little bit more, I guess.
Yeah, it's soaking
kind
it
of
in.
tough. It's kind of tough for the team from Uzbekistan, but Almighty just really showing some dominance. Mongolia, in general, looking really, really good in this tournament. QAQ is like, why didn't we just surrender by now? So I don't think they're coming back. Can you think of any way that they could come back?
If lightning strikes, 5 computers crash on the other side.
Huh. There we go. The game has resumed. Tiny running back home. He's so fast now, too. I want to see Tiny ride on the giant bear. That's what I want to see at this point. That'd be great.
He's Roshan size.
He is. Him and Roshan, man, they can just like have a rock, paper, scissors match. They can arm wrestle.
Yeah, that'd be interesting.
Play basketball with each other. They can like Roshan alley-oops over to Tiny. He dunks. Because, I mean, this mod uses the Unreal Tournament voices, so they could put in some NBA Jam Tournament Edition voices, too, and be like, from downtown!
Yo, jeez. Anything
He's
NBA
on fire!
Jam.
That'd be great.
Dunking from half court.
Yep. I could see Tiny dunking from half court. Look at this. The tower, really, really low. 13 health for Almighty, but will QAQ be able to make anything out of this? It doesn't really appear that they would be able to, so it's going to be tough. It's going to continue to be tough for QAQ.
And QAQ hoping for a miracle. Maybe their only chances. Maybe killing at this stage of the game, since it is so late game and their heroes are so high leveled. If they can somehow win some fight, take out 2 members, they're gonna, it's gonna take over a minute to resurrect, and then they can just go immediately for the unit buildings of Almighty and try to backdoor them. So they're just hoping for a miracle here, but Almighty here, they can finish the game anytime they choose.
And just playing it very, very careful. We've actually seen this as kind of a tendency for wins in general in Dota All-Stars, is that teams aren't generally terribly eager to just end games. They want to play it very, very carefully. They want to make sure that everything is exactly how it needs to be for them to take the win.
Right, there's no shortcuts. They know what's on the line here.
Yeah. Tiny going back home to defend. They did lose that tower, but shouldn't be too much of a concern for them. Yeah, he's going to chase after Lycanthrope again. Gets stunned for just a moment, but Tiny just maybe not so unstoppable. And what is going on there? Oh, man, QAQ losing another player. Tiny using Illusion, it looks like, as he goes after Shrek. He is godlike. And yeah, QAQ is still just not looking very good here. I mean, they played a decent early game. I liked their early timing push, and it's admirable. It really does speak well of them, how long they've been able to last in this game. And look at that, Tiny positioning himself in front just to prevent anyone from running away. He's got to be careful. Bear fight in the middle of the map. Yeah, Lone Druid level 23 right now. Uh-oh. Stunned, though. 2 members stunned. There's the illusion again from Tiny. He's going to try to jump. He's going to try to make something happen here. This is QAQ's only chance. Tiny has gone beyond godlike. Someone please kill him, apparently. And QAQ, that is it, guys. I don't think they're going to be able to stop him this time.
Now they're going for the hero kills.
Yep.
Who needs to win the game? You can take out the heroes.
Oh, QAQ, GG. There's a surrender, and Almighty with a final kill count of 38-14 at the end takes that game very convincingly after holding out that early push from QAQ, which was a good push. They killed a few barracks, but QAQ not able to quite seal the deal, not able to finish the job, and that's a win for Almighty.
Yeah, Almighty there playing patient. They were down that early towers and buildings, but QAQ just playing a little bit too passive there, not taking that window of opportunity. The Mongolian team does take out Uzbekistan.
All right, well, that is it for a while. I think that's it for Dota All-Stars for a little bit. Thanks for bearing with us, guys, with this cast. I'm kind of new at it, but we're going to be back with some other content here.